Karens always feel entitled to refuse real policies in favor of their own made-up rules. Today, we're looking at Karens and Kens who deny the fact they're breaking the rules. Check it out. This Karen tried to argue that this store's policy is illegal and discriminating because it states that kids under 16 years of age cannot be in the store. It's their business, not Karen's.
Hello.
Hi.
How come I'm being told, sir, that I cannot enter your store with my children?
We're not letting anybody under 16 inside the store. We're not doing recording in here either.
Yes, I am. I'm allowed to record on my phone.
Exit.
You're going to tell me that my children, because of the fact that they're not 16, can't come into your store.
Correct.
That's illegal and discrimination.
It is not.
Yes,
No.
it is. That is
No.
age discrimination.
We reserve the right to refuse service to anybody, and we're just not letting anybody under 16 in.
You do not have the right to reserve
I
service
do.
to anybody in the
Then
United
you'll have
States
to
of
go.
America.
I'll go,
I am
please.
going to leave, but I'm asking you simple questions.
Okay. I give
Because
you
this is
simple
a free
answers.
country as well.
Yeah,
and my
this is
children
private
have.
property.
Yes, it is private property, but at the same time, you are a public store thing, and you still have to follow laws of the land. How are you going to
You're gonna have to go.
discriminate somebody?
Come on, you're going to have to go.
How are you? I am going to leave, sir, but I want to know how you have the right to discriminate my children.
It's not a discrimination.
It
It's
is
for
too,
everybody's
because you're
safety.
telling them no. Because what
for
about
everybody's
everybody
safety.
else's safety though too? So
They're not
because of the
children.
fact that
They're
my
over
children
the age
are
of 16.
because children are 16 still.
Okay.
18 is an adult.
Over the age of
So it
16
is.
is what
so it
we
is.
are doing.
It is.
Okay.
I can't wait to put
Have
this
a
on
good day.
Facebook and show my lawyer.
To sum up this three-part interaction, the Ken truck driver refuses to follow guidelines and causes trouble with these police officers who tried to be patient with him, but in the end give Ken what he deserves. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Were the police in the right or the truck driver?
Hi, Jacob. How are you? How are you?
Depends. What's going on?
Well, are you having a problem with these guys in any way?
No, my load is cleared. I'm ready to go back to get my reload and go back out again into the U.S. because that's the shipper.
You're going to the U.S.
Yes, the shipper had forgotten to put a tool on my truck.
Okay.
So I did a U-turn.
Yep.
Just to come back, just to be harassed, which is technically
So you're
against the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, Section 15.
okay. So sorry, I'm just getting the story straight. You were already over there and you came back,
Yes, just to do a U-turn.
but now you're trying to go back again because you have your.
No, I'm trying to go get the rest of my stuff so I can go back out.
Okay. Okay. Are you Canadian, sir?
I am a Canadian citizen.
Okay. Okay.
What is your name and badge number?
My last name's Ferris and my badge number is 18620.
18620?
So the reason that I was called by public health because you're refusing to give the information that they need.
What information do they need?
So they need your name and your address and your phone number
Why do they need that?
because that's the only way that we can issue. We need to identify you to be able to issue these.
Did you not identify me already as Jacob Unger?
Yeah, but
And did I not concur that
I need
information?
your address, sir.
That is private information.
It's not private information. That's what we need for our tickets.
What's the ticket for?
So right now you're obstructing any person from performing a duty in accordance with an order made during a declared emergency. So
Declared
without
emergency, okay.
Sir, without your address, they're not able to check in with you and ensure that you're following the COVID mandates.
Okay, now, is this passport?
I never saw your passport, sir.
No, that's not what I'm asking. Is this passport a law-abiding passport? Yes or no?
I'm that.
Is
that's
the
irrelevant,
passport-
sir.
is the-
It's not relevant. I need your.
Is
address.
the passport law-abiding?
If you refuse to give your address and give this information, then you will be fined.
I'm just
So
trying.
Are you refusing?
I did not say I was refusing.
Okay,
I
I'm
just.
not going to ask again because you're wasting our time. You're wasting the border services time. You're wasting public health time because you don't want to give us your address. You don't want to give us your information, which we need to enforce under the COVID mandate right now. So
Okay, I just want to know
that's the last time I'm asking. If you're not going to give it, then I'm going to write the ticket right now.
Before I-
Driver's license with your address. If you don't want to give that and you don't want to give your phone number, I'm going to write the ticket.
before I give my driver's license,
Sure.
I'm going to read this section that is
Sure.
in this book,
Okay.
and I will be giving my
Okay,
driver's
but
license.
Will you be giving your
Excuse me,
driver's license?
are you not? Can you not interrupt me while I'm talking?
Sure, go ahead.
So before I give you my driver's license, I will be reading out of my Canadian
Okay, but
passport.
I can't be here all day as well, right? I'm asking you.
Ma'am, you are interrupting me while I'm speaking.
You know
I am
what?
being very respectful to you.
Not so much. You're not really giving us what we need.
I told you before I give it to you, I will be reading out of this. Was that correct? Like I said,
I'm making a demand for your identification. Are
Yes.
you giving it to me now or no?
I will give it to
No,
you,
right
and
now.
you already said I could
now.
give it to you after I read this.
Right now. Is it a no?
I'm only giving you my identification under duress.
Okay.
Under criminal duress.
Okay.
This is criminal what you're doing.
Okay.
This is absolutely criminal. There's my driver's license.
I already read you the section that I need your information under, so.
Okay,
What's
while
your
you're
phone
doing
number?
that,
What's your phone number, Jacob? Yep. Okay.
now under this information here, under my passport,
I appreciate it. Watch your ears, sir. They're gonna. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
it says here, and I quote, according to my passport, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Canada requires, and in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, all those whom in may concern, to allow the bearer to pass freely without delay or hindrance, and I'll afford the bearer such assistance and protection as may be necessary. Now, hindrance. Define hindrance.
Okay, Jacob, I don't have to do that.
That is
I
being
don't have
cited
to-
for a fine
I
that
don't
is
have to
falsified
define
by
words for
the
you.
government.
This is all that I require from you, and you will be sent on your way now with your compliance, okay?
I'm-
So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go speak with public health. They're the ones that are requesting this.
I'm not
And we'll be right
complying.
back,
I'm
and I'll
being
bring it
forced.
back to you,
I am being
okay?
forcefully
Okay.
complied.
Fair enough. 1 second, Jacob.
So you're Mr. Unger, are you?
What is your name and badge number?
You will be on the ticket, sir.
I'm-
So are you
no.
vaccinated? Are you vaccinated?
I identify as trans-vaccinated.
Okay, that's cool. You have a PCR test, a pre-arrival test.
I do not have a PCR test.
Excellent. That's all I needed to know. I need you to put your mask on.
I am in my truck, and
I
we're
need you to put
with.
your mask
I'm
on. Sir, I'm ordering you to put your mask on.
under what authority do you have the order to give?
Quarantine Act.
Which is?
Quarantine Act. Okay, thank you so much. Good. Be right back.
Is it on the Nuremberg Code, the Quarantine Act?
You sir?
I can't touch that because, sir, I did not
You are
violate
being
you.
placed in quarantine. These are also quarantine test kits. You're not going to take them? Okay.
All right, now
You're
you just
in
littered into my truck.
Quarantined for 14 days. Okay. You have to take those day 1 and 2 tests. You have been served several documents. Also, that mask does not meet the federal requirements for masking. So the next time, I'm giving you a warning on it today. The next time you come through, you'll be fined for having that mask. Okay.
Did you know? I have a few questions for you, sir.
Here we have a security woman telling this homeless, handicapped person to leave the McDonald's when nobody complained about him being there. The guy recording steps up for him and tries to tell the caring guard to leave him alone, but she continues to argue and stand by her own actions.
Guy's not doing anything wrong. Why not just let him stay? It's cold out.
It's just their policy that after 20 minutes the customer has to leave.
Oh.
taking videos.
I can record if I want. And why are you threatening to call the cops on him? He's not doing anything wrong. He's not committing a criminal act or anything. And you're threatening to call the cops on him?
Let me do my job, please.
Don't harass him.
That's not harassment, bro.
It kind of is
You are
harassment.
doing the same to me right now?
I'm not harassing you, I'm just telling you. He shouldn't be
Yeah,
harassed.
then don't
Guys,
do my
obviously,
job.
he might be homeless. He might be homeless.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there. He's not doing
Why
anything
don't you
wrong.
sit and eat your
He's not doing anything wrong. It's cold out. He shouldn't be kicked out on the street in like weather like this. It's raining, it's cold. He's just sitting there. He's not bothering anyone.
Yeah, if you order it, I don't mind. You can stay for 20 minutes. But if you didn't order, I can do it.
Is it? Eh. तुमचा को एक मिनट फोन पकड़े मग त्या सॅनिटाईज करे आपण हात चिल्ली Yeah. इसके खरीद लोग मांगे नहीं रुके बोले पर ऑर्डर करे तब तो ये रुके कुछ खरीद लो
Okay, sir, I'm gonna tell you very respectfully and nicely, do not shoot me.
You're asking him.
Yeah.
I'm
you
recording for
wanna
his
shoot it,
protection
the person
and our
is there,
protection.
shoot, otherwise, don't to me. I'm telling
Don't
you
touch my.
straight
Did
up.
you just touch my
Then
phone?
don't
ever
even
touch
do
my
it.
phone.
You
That's
don't know
assault.
what
That's
you
assault. I don't care. Don't ever touch my phone.
So you don't know
I'll
the
call the
rules
cops
for
on
us?
you. I'll
So
call the
go
cops on
ahead.
you. Don't ever touch me. Don't touch my property.
You're also recording her without her permission.
She can't touch. Nope.
You can record.
I
You
can
can
if
record.
you are doing
I'm
it
harassing for his
without
protection and our protection because she's look at that. She's threatening to call the police on him for no reason. Did you?
I can.
Did you see that she touched my phone? That's on camera too. I got you on camera trying to assault me.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, call the cops.
That's your
Call the
fault
cops.
in the first place.
Yeah, call it.
You okay, man?
She's doing her job, bro. What you gonna do with the video?
Dude, like I
She's doing
said,
her job.
she can't touch anybody who just she thinks she is. Security doesn't really have any authority.
Yeah, but you are recording for a false purpose, you know?
For protection. I'm recording for protection.
This elderly Ken was upset at these guys for doing their job as they do maintenance on an elevator. Kens and Karens really have nothing better to do than yell at workers.
A freaking car?
You're yelling at the wrong people. You need to go talk to the management around here. We got nothing to do with that.
You're the elevator people. You're under contract, aren't you?
Yeah, so they pay us. They pay us.
Wait a minute. What?
They pay us to do this.
To fix the elevator?
Yes.
We're not fixing those two elevators are under service, sir. This one, I'm in charge of this one.
Well, somebody better do something. I'm filing a lawsuit.
Go ahead.
I have a handicapped woman. Honey, you can't get through there.
2 months now. We have now.
Security!
Crazy.
This hotel employee, Ken, gets hostile and tries to enforce the hotel policy that guests cannot bring other guests after midnight. He's likely breaking dozens of other policies himself, yelling after midnight, having the sense of authority to kick out hotel guests on the spot, and several others you can find in this video.
You disregard what I'm saying right now, you can leave the property, and if you come back on the property, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Absolutely, I can.
No, we paid for our room, bro.
And you can. I'm gonna wipe my ass with your receipt. You understand that?
Well, you own this spot?
No, I am the one that's gonna make sure that you're not bringing anybody onto this property, including this gentleman right here.
He's our guest, dude.
I just said you cannot bring guests onto this property after midnight. I'm not going to repeat it anymore. If his name is on the reservation, I will then issue him a key card. Otherwise, he ain't coming on this property, or you're leaving with him. Is that understood?
This is the what?
You're right. You're right. This is the way it is. I don't make the rules, I enforce them. But when you get slick with me and when he behaves the way you weren't here. You weren't here when you approached me. Right, you did. And I heard you. You said I'm going to give him a hard time. You goddamn right I am. He's not.
This maskless Karen tells someone else to put a mask on and smacks the phone out of their hand. Then she claims that he was trying to tackle her. This would go so well in court.
I'm allowed to be filming here, you know.
You better stop that shit, y'all.
I was filming around here.
Hey, you're not supposed to be filming me.
Whoa. Man.
You need to take that. First of all, you need to put your mask on.
No, I can't wear a mask.
You cannot film me. You cannot film me. You cannot film me.
Man, jeez. Man.
This man left a comment on the mayor candidate's Facebook campaign post, got blocked, asked the mayor candidate about it, and was redirected to ask this guy about it as he runs the page. At first, I thought the man recording was the Ken, but then I listened further, and I believe he had a valid lesson to teach this page manager.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Are you the one that runs Papafoo's campaign?
I am.
I got a question for you. You run his website too?
Yeah.
The Facebook page?
Yeah.
Why do you block constituents from commenting, whether negative or positive, or from interacting with his campaign?
Because sometimes people, first of all, I'm not the only one that runs a Facebook page, but there are sometimes people that are saying things that are just inappropriate, things that are not true. And instead of having a big fight with them, that's just the policy that we choose.
Well, how do you guys get to decide what's true and what's not true?
Because things are either true or they're not true. It's not a matter of who decides.
Well, what did I say that was untruthful?
I don't know who you are.
Bo Brown.
I honestly don't know. I'd have to go back and look.
Well, you should go back and look. Because I'd like to know why, as a tax-paying constituent who's been in this town for 27 years, why I'm blocked from interacting with somebody who is the current mayor, who is running for mayor, and when you guys put out information that speaks negative of other people, and you guys put out information that in some cases relates to city business, why constituents are being blocked from interacting? I'm not on here to speak negative.
Sure.
Understand that.
Let me write, is it BO or BEAU?
BEAU.
I will definitely take a look. And I will say that, this is not an official government Facebook page or no government resources being used on it. So yeah, there's a distinction there.
Do you deny that in the past, especially particularly in the primary,
I
was
not involved with the campaign.
Okay, but these things are still up. So when you have things that push out things that are related to the police, related to COVID, related to this, related to that, that's a way of communicating. That's a tool of communicating official things by the city, by a sitting mayor who's running for re-election.
I can tell you.
So, and what I hear back is that.
Let me answer. That's a fair question, and I will tell you that I know I haven't shared anything on the page that was from the city officially. This page is not intended to be an official communication of city business. The city has their own machine to do that. I have nothing to do with that whatsoever. I'm not involved with the city at all. And as to what may or may not happen in the primary, I honestly don't know. I was not involved with the campaign. I'd have to go back and look. It may be what happened.
Well, while I'm here, I'd like for you to go back and look and see exactly what I said that was false.
Okay, well, I'm in the middle of something.
Because I know that you blocked me also personally when you were running Jenny's campaign.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, so is it the MO? Because I spoke with the mayor, and what he says is, I don't run my campaign, I don't run my Facebook page, so I don't know who's being throttled, who's being blocked. And I said, well, you're advocating for it. So he put it on to you. So what I hear is from dozens of people who all say that at any point in time when they try to make any comment, whether negative or positive or generally feedback, regardless, that they get throttled, they get blocked. So this is dozens and dozens of people. So I just want to understand, you're the one sitting behind the desk that is blocking people.
I have not blocked dozens of people.
How many have you blocked?
A handful.
A handful.
Honestly, I mean, I'm being 100% honest with you.
Sure.
I have not blocked dozens of people.
Okay, well, you blocked me, and I'd like to understand why, because there's nothing that I said that is not true. I can back up every single thing that I say. I stand by every word that I said. There's no way that you can disprove it, but you are the arbiter of truth.
Let me ask you a question. Because, I mean, you obviously know what you posted, what you said. I mean, what did you say?
Well, I'll give you one example. Okay. You guys posted about the budget issue, what's going on with the refinancing of the debt, okay? And one of the things that you put out there in your synopsis was that you're glad that the council saw it your way and saw it this way and whatever. And I said, you're misconstruing the article, because what I read in the article was very clear. What you're saying it said is not what the article said. Okay, and that's all that I said. I said maybe I had a little bit more detail than that, but it certainly was not negative, and it certainly was not a blatant lie whatsoever. But yet I was immediately blocked. You can't like it, you can't do anything. And what I'm saying is that you have a mayor who's running a write-in campaign, okay, and you're blocking. Do you live in the city?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you don't live in the city, but you're actively blocking constituents. I mean, from interacting with the mayor. And listen, right or wrong, I know there are some people out there that are very hostile. I get it. I know there are some people out there who are very negative. They have very nasty things to say. And I can appreciate not wanting to deal with those things. Okay? I can understand that.
Well, right. I mean, there were people going on there and saying some really nasty things that would just be inappropriate for anybody.
Right.
You know, and my philosophy is, instead of engaging with those people who are obviously on there to troll, I'm not saying you're one of them, but there are people that I've seen in the last few days that are there clearly just to troll and be very inappropriate and say things that are really indefensible. We're not going to engage with those people, because all that does is turn it into drama, and that's not what we're trying to do. Here's what I'm willing to do, though, because I appreciate the fact that you came down here and want to talk with me. I'll unblock you.
Fair enough.
I have no problem with that. And, you know, if we want to have a meaningful dialogue on there, I'm perfectly fine with that.
I mean, I will say that I would appreciate being unblocked, and I will guarantee that I will not speak negatively.
That's fine.
When I mean negatively.
And honestly, it may have been an accident. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that maybe I blocked the wrong person. Maybe I did whatever.
Well, let's not. I understand. Let's not confuse negative with opposition, okay? Because there might be some opposition to some things, and sometimes that creates dialogue for other people to see.
And that's fair. I will say that the one thing I'm not, as a policy is, I generally don't let people come on to, a page of somebody who's, I'm supporting and there's a difference between questioning policies like what you said, that's fine, as compared to coming on and just saying like, oh, I'm for the other person and they're great. We're not giving them, we're not letting them use our platform to advertise their
Well, I won't go in there and promote another person.
That's fine. I'll unblock you. Give me 1 second. I will go and unblock.